So today's video is going to be the evolve of like collector's mentality and the makeup bubble. Apologise if I seem really tired, it's because I am, and I've got a berry tea, and I did a video on anti-hauls, so I thought I'd do a video on like the makeup bubble and collector's mentality, anti-consumeristic content and consumeristic content. I find these topics really interesting, so I thought I would talk about them. Also it's not like the most talked about thing, like obviously it is becoming a bit more talked about, but people talking about it, I've seen like Smoky Glow talk about this topic, I've seen Raw Beauty Christie talk about it. That was their collab, it was them talking about that, so we'll link both their videos down below. 2014 was the year that the beauty community really became popular. This was when the makeup bubble really started to grow. Now there's this thing of the makeup bubble bursting. Beauty channels are some of the most subscribed to channels on YouTube. You see lots of beauty creators collabing with brands on makeup products. See loads of beauty influencers starting their own makeup brands. All this publicity gives a big boom for makeup brands because especially bigger beauty influencers, they talk a lot about new makeup, like a lot. There nowadays isn't really many launches that we don't hear about. We also see lots of brands launching sub-brands. Websites like Trend Mood really get some serious traction. There are loads of beauty channels that have 1 million to over 1 million subscribers. Everyone's wondering this question now. When is the makeup bubble going to burst? And is the makeup bubble bursting? Collector's mentality can't last forever. There's only so much makeup you can collect, like literally. I have a lot of makeup. If you've watched my recent collection video, like I own so much makeup. Like I have so much of it, like, and so much of lots of products. Like I have so many mascaras, so many lipsticks. I have multiple eyeshadow palettes. I have more than one eyeliner. The business side of makeup's definitely booming. Consumerism and the collector's mentality has definitely gone down and is dying down. There will always be really hyped up launches like the Shane and Jeffree launch. There'll always be viral TikTok products like the Maybelline Sky High, which I can agree with the hype because I own it and I'm like, it's a really good, like, you should see the applicator and what it can do. Like, it can full on just bend. Not working as well because my lashes are quite crispy. Editing me popping in, so I do have clumpy eyelashes. Right, that's a general view of how it works. Like, there's always going to be like viral products that are actually really good, like Maybelline Sky High. Like, I cannot recommend this enough. This is, I'm like still on my first tube, like it lasts so long. Smoky Glow did a video on trendy makeup, so we'll also link that down because this kind of talks about like products that sort of do go viral and TikTok products and how TikTok can influence us to buy stuff. Though people do enjoy makeup, they just want to be smarter consumers when it comes to makeup. There are brands struggling to keep up with the ever-evolving of the makeup market. Not every launch has the same hype that it once did. There's so much makeup on the market and there's only so much of it you can own. Also, people wear makeup from like a younger age, which means they're collecting makeup from such a younger age. So they'll get to a point really quickly where they've got everything they can possibly need. So the point where tons of people have loads of makeup, buying makeup has slowed down because people have got their collection. Like, I definitely have slowed down. Like, you can see my collection down there, how much makeup I own. Like, it's so much makeup in there. Like, if you've seen my collection videos, you'll know it's a lot. So one thing I'm definitely trying to do is become more of a smarter consumer. Also, brands that are more popular are brands that are like consistently good quality, like Maybelline, like Revolution, like Barry M, and that. People are not going to pay a high price point for not as good quality. Me personally, as a makeup wearer who also watches makeup content and is probably a makeup YouTuber nowadays that does a lot more makeup content, like especially recently I've started doing a lot more makeup content. Editing me popping in to say that I did do makeup content, but I was doing more
Like, I watch
makeup YouTubers try products.
And not doing
there are
as
loads
much
of people that
makeup
don't watch
content
YouTube
as
that
I
just
was
wear
doing
makeup.
at this point of filming, and still doing quite a bit of makeup
They
content.
probably have no idea of the beauty community. This has come from watching so many test videos, watching like beauty YouTube reviews. It's interesting to see people's perspective of people who just wear makeup that don't necessarily watch makeup YouTube or have a makeup channel. Interesting to see if they feel like it's too much choice. Now we're going to talk about beauty YouTube content. It's interesting because the beauty community definitely has changed. Some people are not quite as popular as they once were. People's interests in beauty YouTube have changed. You see people are not quite as interested in like Laura Lee, Manny MUA. You see this wave of like smaller beauty gurus and people being more interested in like smaller beauty gurus. I think beauty content will always evolve. Like Jeffree Star and James Charles will always, however, be at the top. James Charles does like creative, kid-friendly content. Jeffree Star, even though he's more review-based, people watch him because they like him and like his personality and like his brand. I think those that are at the top that could find themselves not at the top, like Jaclyn Hill was very much tutorial and review based, but recently she's had to introduce some new content. It's like her content sort of evolved with her in a way. Laura Lee does loads of reviews and does like very consumeristic content. Manny MUA does a lot of like testing videos and spending videos. The shift we're seeing in the beauty community is more towards anti-consumeristic content. People are getting to the point where consumeristic content's not relatable anymore. They're not at that point in their makeup journey anymore. Anti-consumeristic's more relatable, like people are more at that stage in their makeup journey. People are not necessarily looking for people with the perfect background, people doing their makeup perfectly, but people with a normal background, kind of like this one, in a way. I don't know whether you'd think this is like the perfect background or whether you'd see it as like an average background. To me, I see it as average. Like, this is just an average background, like a normal person's background. and people doing their makeup perfectly. Like, you're seeing people just want to see people with an average skill level. Like, people want to see more than just Nikki Tutorials, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, James Charles, Jeffree Star. All of these amazing, talented people that people just aren't always as interested in, like, every launch as they once were. People also lack trust in the beauty community because of a lack of transparency about everything. Whether a product is good or bad, do they have affiliate code with this brand? Are they doing sponsorships? Before people found this stuff out, this was not something that people really knew about. People would go to these creators for reviews. People would be interested in knowing about new makeup and what new makeups come out. People are now moving from bigger creators to, like, much smaller creators. People who are not paid just to say, like, positive things. People have bought the product themselves, tried it, used it, tested it. They know about the product. The time on YouTube's definitely coming up for shady YouTube. Gone are the days of people just buying every launch, whether it was a good use of their money or not. Gone are the days of people buying every launch, whether it was good quality or bad quality, because they watched reviews and said it was good and it turned out not to be good. Creators that are becoming popular are not necessarily creators that take loads of makeup sponsorships. You see beauty community creators doing, like, non-makeup sponsorships, which is good. Like, some do it well and it fits with their channel. Like, see people doing sponsorships for, like, Casetify and for blue light glasses and all of those things. Like, they'll fit with, like, most people's channels, because I'm like, we all have a phone and we all look at a screen. But there are some that don't do it very well, and you can tell that it doesn't, like, fit with their channel. Obviously, there's always going to be people who watch bigger beauty gurus. There'll always be people who prefer to watch smaller beauty gurus. We'll see people saying, don't waste your money, but there's definitely been a rise in anti-consumeristic content. It's easy for me to say, don't buy Morphe because I'm not got affiliate codes from any brands. I'm not ever spoken to any brands. I've never spoken to anyone from any brand. So some could see it's easy, like, I have no connections, I have no relationships with brands. So I can say negative things, or if I really don't like something, I typically don't tend to buy it. So it is rare I do say negative things, but that's because if I don't like something, I don't see the point in buying it. But the big question is, when you hit those bigger numbers, can you still be honest and truthful? Can you still be what you were like when you were smaller as a bigger channel? Still say bad things, still be truthful, still be honest. Test products rather than just sort of saying positive things. It can be hard to find the balance of being truthful and still keeping relationships with brands. Like, it is a difficult balance to strike. So I hope this made some sort of sense. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.